direct labor. You find out that whether the 70% justifies or not. And which industry I'm talking about? Whether if this is a service industry, then it is justifiable. Why? Because of course, in service, the biggest cost is the labor cost, the mind cost. For example, in Microsoft, in Apple Corporation, the biggest cost is their employees, direct labor. Why? Because they are the brain behind the profits. And if you are a manufacturing company and your manufacturing cost says this kind of stuff, then you must decrease your direct labor. Why? Because if you are a manufacturing company, you are making tangible products, then of course you need to make your direct material cost would be high. But what if you are making laptops? Then you can say that, look, my direct material is low because we need engineers and we are paying high salary to them. Even then, that is not justifiable. Why? Then because your direct material cost is going to be high, yes, because you are installing big plants to make chips and screens, installing them, all those stuff. Okay, even then, this is not justifiable because you are making products. If you are in service industry, okay, bankers, their cost structure is heavily to the direct labor, not the direct material, because they don't have much of the direct material over there, right? So that's why we are segregating, we are understanding this manufacturing and non-manufacturing cost concept, right? Girls, you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So selling costs, it means all the costs that helps that product to sell. The cost necessary to secure the orders and deliver the product. So as soon as the product left the company premises until it reaches to the customer, right? So that cost is basically selling cost. Even, the delivery cost, securing the order cost, you have having advertising through social media, through billboards, TV commercials, whatsoever, right? Now, administrative cost. All executive, organizational, and clerical costs. Did you see the word supervisor here?
No.
Why? Because supervisor in the head office?
In the factory.
Well done. So supervisor cost is not supervisor salary or factory manager salary. They are not the non-manufacturing cost. They are manufacturing cost, right? So supervisor salary is direct labor or manufacturing overhead.
Direct labor. Manufacturing indirect.
Yeah. Supervisor salary is manufacturing overhead or direct labor?
Indirect.
How indirect? Because you cannot easily trace out that how much time spent by this supervisor on one product, right? He's just only supervising the production process. Also he's managing the dispute among the employees, right? He's overseeing all the progress, that making sure that orders are timely, manufactured. So if something happened or some assembly line broken, then he comes and he talked about spend time over there, right? So it's really hard to find out how much time it has spent on one car, one automobile. You understand that? For example, if I give you the example or continue that example of shirt manufacturing, so he's just overviewing that, okay, the person who is cutting the shirt is doing the right, doing right or not, or the persons who are suing, because there's only not one, tailor over there. There are thousands of people who are working on the machines, right? If one machine broke down, then he comes and asks people to repair it. That's it. But we can find out that okay, he spent more time on one machine, but how much time he spent on other machine, we don't know. Can we trace out? Yes, we can trace out, but it's not a convenient process. Understand? It's not easily. So that's why supervisor salary is manufacturing overhead, right? So manufacturing overhead is not about indirect labor or indirect material. It includes both, right, guys? So we have the category of manufacturing cost, direct labor, direct material, manufacturing overhead. That's it. Non-manufacturing cost, selling and administrative. So administrative cost, CEO salary, GM salary, organizational like HR person salary, CFO salaries, clerical like accountant salary, right? This kind of stuff. If the accountant is sitting inside the factory and and are responsible for the accounting or maintaining the records of the factory inside the factory, then that is manufacturing overhead. If that critical is job is for head office, that is administrative cost. Yes, please, you ask.
In terms of designers, where would that be? Designing of the shirt or something.
So if you are designer, so what do you think that design which kind of process? It's a managerial process or it's a factory process?
I think it's managerial. I don't think not a factory. I don't think so.
So remember
Non-manufacturing.
Remember the categories: DM, DL, MOH. So designing. So are you mass producing or are you mass doing something? It's a direct labor of the unit produced. You are not producing, you are just designing the concept. That's it, right? If I'm understanding the correct designing stuff, right? You are designing or you already, have a design and you are making something. Concept or its application. If you are designing the concept, that if you are designing the concept, then it is administrative cost. You are sitting in head office and you are making some designs and thinking about its practicability, whether it is a common business wear or casual wear, this kind of stuff, right? This is administrative cost. You are some kind of engineers that are sitting in head office. Like in Donghua University, they have designing department, right? Who makes the design, and if that design is approved, they can sell it to the Gucci or GNC or DNG or whatsoever, right? And then over there, that concept is actually materialized. Christine, understand?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Okay, I'm making the breakout room activity. All you have to do, read this question, or you can take a picture as well. Everybody take a picture. So the PC Works assembles custom computers for components supplied by various manufacturers. The company is very small and its assembly shop and retail stores are housed in a single factory in Redmond, Washington Industrial Park. So you see, its assembly shop and retail stores are in a single facility. Right, guys? So listed below are some of the costs that are incurred at the company. For each, indicate whether it belongs to direct labor, direct material, manufacturing overhead, selling, or administrative cost. Basically, you need to categorize this whether this is manufacturing or non-manufacturing cost categories, right? So can you do that? So this is a group class participation. I'm making two breakout rooms. So fortunately or unfortunately, there are going to be 3 participants in one group and 2 participants in another group. So I'm just going to use automatically so that we may remove any kind of biasness. Here we go. So I'm just going to open the breakout rooms. So you have 10 minutes to do this one. And you just need to write down. And also remember, you need to turn on your camera while you are discussing. Good luck. And I would be resuming the recording session after the breakout room.
Manufacturing overhead.
Okay, any question? Or it's going smooth?
What is the number 5, the wages of the assembly shop supervisor?
The wages of the assembly shop supervisor. So what the question says, assembly shop, which means it is in the factory, right? If it's in the factory, then supervisor's salary would be manufacturing or selling or administrative.
Manufacturing.
Well done. It is manufacturing overhead, right? Okay. Aroni, what happened to your camera?
Right now I cannot move my mouse.
Oh, okay. It's stuck, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Please.
can't see you either.
Okay, okay. So you have still 10 minutes to do that. Please complete that one. And this is group activity, okay? Make one picture and send it to the group.
Okay.
Okay, good, good.
Wait, sir,
Yes,
you have to write it down or just type it?
you can type it. This is a class
Okay.
activity. You can write it down or you can type whatever suits you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. You can use ePen as well if you want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, non-manufacturing costs.
Okay, guys, sorry to interrupt.
Appreciate. Yeah.
So this is a group activity, okay? So I just need
Yeah.
one picture. Either you can use computer, you can use ePen, whatsoever, okay? This is class
Okay.
participation, okay? Good, good. I don't need your artistic, I just need the good answer. Okay,
Okay.
you decide whoever is right,
Okay.
whatsoever you want to do that. Yes, Christine, you
Do